Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in this world. If you're a returning viewer, welcome. Thank you for taking the time to watch. If this is your first time and you've stumbled upon my channel, I hope you find lots of content that will convince you to subscribe. And thank you to all of my subscribers. I appreciate every one of you. What are we talking about today? I want to talk about baby sets. When you give a new expectant mommy a baby set of blankets. What I mean by that is I went into the shop and I bought this piece of material. Let me see if you can see it. Oh, there it shows the color lovely. And then you go home. Now it can be anything, but mine was stars. I like the color. So then you go home and you take this and you decide what the border will look like. And I decided my border, see, like that. Little baubles. Nothing shouts baby like little baubles. So I made a border like this. And this is today's tutorial. But this is one of a set. So next week, I have a blanket that will complement this blanket and this border. And if I give both to mommy and she uses it in the same room, you will see that it is meant to belong together. And I'll give you a peek preview of next week. Oh, doesn't this just shout? Little star. The little stars around here is what I try to copy. But that is for next week. This is this week. And yes, I hope you enjoy this. And I would love to see if you go and make this. Oh, and it is so soft. So soft. When I had my lives, many of my viewers said they think this is velour. Velour. I hope I pronounce it right. Anyway, so let's get going and make this border. So for this project we need yarn, which we will talk about in a moment. I went and bought this, I think some of my viewers said it looks like velour, V-E-L-O-U-R, and it is so beautifully soft. So let me just bring it very close to the camera so that you can see what it looks like. See what that looks like? It is so super soft. I think some people use it to make pajamas for little children. I went into the store and bought this, and the idea is to make a blanket. So I have to now put a hem around this and then puncture it with my either little scissors or the rotary cutter, which I'll show you in a moment. There we go. Rotary cutter. So I just use this going around this on my pink mat that we use, because this will cut through just about anything. You don't need this. It's not how do you say, you don't need it to make this project. If you have a little scissor, which is what I used before I bought this, I would use little scissors to just puncture the edge of the blanket, and then I would crochet through those little gaps, little holes that I've made. And okay, so now let's get to the yarn. The yarn I'm using is this double knit by Elle family knit, which we love in South Africa. And let's come closer. This is a 4mm hook, 50-gram ball only, so I have more than one. I'll obviously, like usual, I'll tell you how much you'll need for this project. 150 meters per ball, and it says the color is cherry red. Although to the naked eye this looks more like a blood red, which matches that blood red beautifully, but on the camera it also matches, and maybe that is what is important, is that you see that it matches, but in the naked eye they are both a deeper red. So this is double knit, which is your 3-weight, I believe, in the USA. And then with this I'm going to use white, and this is a huge ball because this is 50 grams, this is 100 grams. And this is the same make, also L, Lullaby, and by the label ball band you can see it's made for baby. Lullaby, Lullaby, double knitting. And let's see, 100 grams, 300 meters. 4mm hook, which is what I'm interested in. 100 grams acrylic, which means it's soft, light and warm. And Lullaby, it's white, which we can see with the naked eye. So very nice. First time that I'm going to be working with Lullaby, not first time working with double knit though. So that is my yarn. That's the yarn we're going to use. We have a little pair of scissors, we have a yarn needle, and then we have my favorite hook, 4mm, and the plain one. After I've cut it out in the right size, I'm just doing a plain old blanket stitch. See, that is a plain old blanket stitch that I'm now sewing around this blanket, and then I'll crochet. Okay, so I'm in my dining room table, on my dining room table here, with this pink mat that we're going to use, and the roller cutter that we're going to use. And I have now put a blanket stitch around our little blanket, and I'm just going to now cut with a rotary cutter, a 1 centimeter. It's going to be a 1 centimeter only. What is that? Half an inch, I think. 1 centimeter. Just over 1 centimeter. So I'm going to just eyeball it. It doesn't have to be perfect. I do want to see where I started. That would be a pity if I don't know where I started. And then just go. And do not make it too wide. Eyeball it. It must just be a thin little border. Okay. And I'm going to put a pin in where the last blade went in, and this starting pin stays in, and then I just continue there. That's it. Not too fast. The secret is not to go fast. You don't have to go fast. And a pin, there we go. I'm just going to put a pin in. That's it. Like that. There's my little pin where I stopped. You can see my little pin here sticking out. So I can see where the blade ended. So I can put it in. But now I'm going to have to turn this. Let me just do this. And put the pin in again here, because I need to, it's going to be better if I just turn this. Like this. And there I go. That sound you hear is me trying to turn something that has no steering. It doesn't really want to turn. So There I go, and put a pin in. There we go. And that's what we're going to do right around. So see you at the end of that. So now I've turned it. I'm coming around my last little bit. And there we go. And it's going to make that sound again, because I have to turn something that doesn't have steering. And there we go. Done. Now for the fun part, the crochet part. So there we go. Our blanket has now a blanket stitch. Blanket has a blanket stitch around it, and it has been little punctures made into it. So now we're going to start our little border. We're going to make a slip knot like this with our 4mm hook, just like that. And now I'm just going to go slow. To me, the secret here is to go slow. Let me just hold this blanket, hold it, okay, like this. So I want to hold that in my hand, you see. So just find, with my hook, I'm just searching for the first. Come on, focus. What's the problem? There we go. I'm going through, getting some yarn on the other side because I want to make a single crochet. Come through like that to the edge of the blanket, and there's my first single crochet. And I'm working very lightly, not tight. One loose chain, and I'm going to go in and just slide my hook, because this yarn is like this. I can't see where I'm going, so I'm sliding. There we go. And just a single crochet and a chain one, and sliding my hook and a single crochet and a chain one and a, there, the hook just finds the little gap, puncture. There we go. One chain and one single crochet, one chain, one single crochet, and work loosely. Where's the next? I'm guessing where the next one is. Don't knock the camera. See, so sometimes it can be difficult because you're going and I can't see it. I can't see it, so I'm trying to find it with my hook. There we go. So if I'm going to struggle, you might struggle. There we go. One chain. And where's the next one? There we go. And one, there's a single crochet, chain one. Let's do one more. And then you are just going to go around, right around this blanket and do exactly that. One single crochet, one chain. Can you see that? That is what we're creating. And you just go around and look for the little punctures. So just go slow and work loosely because you don't want this to pull. This must be able to lie flat once you're done. So there we go. I'm at the end and I'm making a chain stitch. Then I'm going to go through this single crochet just like that, and I'm going to make a slip stitch like that. Now I am going to make 1, 2 chains, and I'm going to make a double crochet in the same place. Then on the next single crochet, no chains, I'm only going to make, in that stitch I'm going to make 2 double crochets. 1 and 2. Into the next stitch, just do this, into the next single crochet is what I mean, 2 double crochets, work 2 double crochets into the same stitch, into the next single crochet, work 2 double crochets. So you're creating little groups of 2 double crochets. There we go. Up, hop to the next. There we go. And that is what you're going to continue doing. On top of each single crochet that you've created, there and there and there, you're going to work 2 double crochets, a little group of 2 double crochets, and no spaces in between. No spaces in between, just like that. Okay, and you're going to go around the entire blanket like that, and I will see you here at the beginning again. There we go. I'm at the end of this round, and no chain, and I'm just going to the top of that and connecting with a slip stitch, making it a little bit tight, wiggle, and leave room, cut and leave room to work in your straggler. Now we're going to change to white, like that. And we can, let me just show you quickly on the corners what happened. On a corner, no increase, no nothing. So what you can do, you just slightly, I slightly pulled it like that, just slightly, and there it lies. Beautifully flat, no problem. Okay, now for the next round, we need some white. Let's just get some white and make a, now we can start anywhere, and I'm just going to start somewhere else on this. So we're starting with a slip knot. And we have groupings of 2 double crochets, and it looks like there's a space, but there is no space, it's just the way it was grouped. So anywhere between two groups, there's 2 groups. Between that, you insert your hook, yarn over, bring it through, make a single crochet and another chain and another chain, 2 chains. So that is your double crochet, and make another double crochet like that and pull through both so that there's 1 stitch on the hook, 1 chain, and now we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to make a double crochet, but only up to there. Pause, make another double crochet also 3/4 of the way, and pause, yarn over and pull through everything. So it's like a little, and then 1 chain. So it's like a little petal, but only with 2 double crochets. So a double crochet, pause, not completing it, and another double crochet, and pause, and yarn over and pull through all, and chain 1. See what we're creating here? So yarn over, make 2, there's a double crochet, but we're not going to make the next step to finish it off. We're going to start another double crochet, a second one, and we're also going to stop at that penultimate step, then yarn over and pull through all 3 and chain 1. One more time, yarn over, There we go. Yarn over, pull through 2 and stop. Yarn over, start your next double crochet. Yarn over, pull through 2, stop. Yarn over, pull through all 3 on the hook like that. Chain 1. And that is what you're creating. So just continue and we will meet up again. So you're just going to make your, it's like a little petal. It's like a little petal. You don't finish the double crochet. You just do it 3/4 of the way, and you do both like that. And then 1 chain. Okay, there we go. So continue. Okay, and I'm ending off 1 chain and a double crochet 3/4 of the way, another double crochet 3/4 of the way, and yarn over and pull through everything and chain 1, and then I'm just going to connect to that, the top of that because I want it to look the same as the others. Okay, now we end off, so let's snip. Now for our very last round, which is the most exciting and probably the round that will take the most time. Okay, so this is what it looks like on the right side at the moment. This is what it looks like. Beautiful. Love the way it came out. This is our corner. The corner is lying flat, which I love. Now for some red yarn. Okay, one moment. Okay, so make a slip knot on our hook. There we go. And you can again start anywhere. And I have counted these groupings of my 2 double crochet petals, let me call it like that, because it's not your ordinary 2 double crochet petals. And I'm going to leave a space of 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, between each motif that I'm going to make. So this is what I'm going to do. Go through any space, make a single crochet. Okay, let me just see if I'm going to do this right in the center of the frame. Now I'm going to chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to make 7 double crochets halfway in the 4th chain from the hook. There's my V. 1, 2, 3, 4. So in that stitch I'm going to make a double crochet and pause, because I don't want to make it all the way. So that is 1. Yarn over, make a second one, yarn over, make a third one. I'm going to do this very slowly. There's a third one. Yarn over, and in that same stitch we're going to work all the time. So that's 3, and now I'm going to make my 4th one. It'll become more difficult the more double crochets there are on the hook. So that's 4, and again through there is where I must go, through that stitch. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm going to do my 5th one. Like that. 5, and yarn over and Okay, yarn over and through that same stitch. That is 6. Yarn over and just pull through 2. Yarn over, and I'm going to do my last one. It's difficult to see, but there you go. Yarn over, just pull through 2. Okay, so let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go. Now we are going to yarn over and pull through everything, right, like this. And you see how it folds over on itself. Now I'm going back to the place where I put my hook in, and I'm just going to make a slip stitch. And there is a little bobble. What do you call it? A bobble? Now, 1 chain, and in that next space I make a single crochet. 1 chain, in the next space a single crochet. So that's what we've created, right? Beautiful, lovely, safe. Safe for baby. You can't just put anything on a baby blanket. 1, 2. So now chain and a single crochet. Does this remind you of the box border? Chain 1 and a single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So chain 1, and in that next one I'm going to make a single crochet. Now it's time for the next bobble. So 1, 2, 3, and 4 chains. So I'm going to do this one with you, and then you can do the rest. So I need to make 7 double crochets halfway in the 4th chain from the hook. 1, 2, 3. That's the 4th chain there. So yarn over, 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Push through, and just like a normal double crochet, but then I stop, pause, because I'm not going to go further. I need to do another 6 halfway like this in the same place. So yarn over in that same spot, go through, yarn, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. I've got 3, yarn over, pull through 2. Got 4, yarn over, one, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there you go. See, it gets a bit more difficult the more you have on the hook. It's a little bit more tricky. But if it's not on the camera, it's easier to manage, I can tell you that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And now it's yarn over and through everything and pull it nice and tight. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Then I'm just going to go back into that space where I came from and make a slip stitch. You see, so it's not difficult. It folds over on itself. Okay, so now we're going to just work a chain and a single crochet once, chain and a single crochet twice, a chain and a single crochet 3 times, chain and a single crochet, 4 times, a chain and a single crochet, 5 times, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's my gap, and it's time for my next bauble. See, this is going to be gorgeous. So now you're going to do exactly the same. Okay, shall I do it one last time with you? One last time. And then you're just going to go it right around this blanket. 4 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4 chains. Now you need to make 7 double crochets halfway in the 4th chain from the hook. 1, 2, 3, and this is the 4th chain right here. So I'm just going to push through, and it's going to be yarn over like that, and pause, and the 2nd one, and in the same stitch every time, yarn over, pull through 2, the 3rd one, yarn over, and I'm just pushing it so I can see where I go through, like this. There we go. Again, that's now 1, 2, 3, 4. I need 7. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm doing number 6. I need to get into that stitch. Number 6. And pull through 2. And yarn over, and for the last time go through, pull the yarn through, pull through 2, and count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 double crochets done halfway, yarn over, pull through everything, and tighten, 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 and it folds over on itself, as you can see. Go through that same space where you came out, make a slip stitch like that. Lovely. And again, chain 1, single crochet once, chain 1, single crochet twice, chain 1, single crochet a 3rd time, chain 1, single crochet a 4th time, chain 1, single crochet a 5th time. Now obviously you can decide, you know what, I don't want it spaced out that much, I want it every 1, 2, 3, 3rd one. It's all up to you, it's all personal preference. This is my personal preference. So there you go. I'll see you at the end of this round. So I just want to show you what it looks like. I just love the way this is coming out. All these little baubles like this. Isn't this gorgeous? If you lift it up like this. I just love it. And I love the fact that it's like a little round pom-pom, but it's safe. It's not going anywhere, even if baby gets hold of it. It's not going anywhere. So that is lovely. Okay, so see you at the end of this round. So here we are. I have to make 1 chain and then slip it to the bottom of this little, anywhere there, just connect it and make a slip stitch just so that it is connected like that. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle so it's tight, and then slip it off. Right, snip, And I'm just going to do this. So that. Now I just want to point something out. We left 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 between each bauble. And this is freestyling it, right? So I sort of counted, got to a number, and it all worked out except on the last one. Can you see? There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the whole of the blanket is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But that doesn't matter, because if this blanket is going to lie down, you're not going to see that there is an extra space there, you know, and everywhere else there's not. So in the big scheme of things, this is nothing. So this came out absolutely gorgeous. I'm so pleased with it, you know, really love it. And let's just work in that end. There we go. I really love how this turned out. And what I love the baubles because it really shouts baby. And I love the fact that you can take a piece of material that you like and turn it into a baby blanket. Just look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? So if you like this tutorial, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more, please subscribe so that you'll be notified. Hit the little bell that says notifications all. And I hope to see you again in my next video. Thank you so much for watching, and bye.